I'm Rob Riley, and you're watching Variant Edition.
Hi, and welcome to Variant Edition. I'm Ricky.
And I'm Mike.
We're the first weekly video podcast show covering everything in the comic book world. From previews to comics, reviews to comics, anything comic book world, we are going to cover.
You can find us online at variantedition.com, or you can check out our MySpace page at myspace.com/variantedition.
So, this week we have a plethora of reviews, as usual. We have Civil War stuff, we have some Infinite Crisis Aftermath stuff. Be on the lookout for all that. Toys this week. Or toy and statue, sorry. I have Super Skrull, Scarlet Spider, and we have a compare and contrast between the new Angel and the ArchAngel.
Favorite character.
So, a lot to get to, and I'm going to show over Nick with the news.
Hi, I'm Nick, and this is the news for the week of July 19th, 2006. In news that has many fans typing furiously with joy, Marvel has announced that Spider-Girl will return in The Amazing Spider-Girl, a new series launching in October. While the original series made it to issue 100 this month, it was finally cancelled after many near misses. Just days after 100 hit the stands, Marvel announced that creators Tom DeFalco, Ron Frenz, and Sal Buscema will be returning the future daughter of Spider-Man back to comics. The recent release of Spider-Girl digests in the mass market breathed new life into the comic. Marvel now hopes that the new #1 will bring some interest to comic shops as well. Expect The Amazing Spider-Girl #1 to debut in October with a variant cover by Ed McGuinness. Sci-Fi.com has posted the 23-minute pilot episode of The Amazing Screw-On-Head on its Sci-Fi Pulse site for free streaming. The pilot is based on Hellboy creator Mike Mignola's 2002 comic about a secret agent with an assortment of bodies for his screw-on head. According to Sci-Fi.com, in a tale of Lovecraftian horror and steampunk adventure, President Abraham Lincoln's top spy is a bodiless head known only as Screw-On-Head. Featuring the voices of Paul Giamatti, David Hyde Pierce, Molly Shannon, and Patton Oswalt, the amazing Screw-On-Head must stop evil archfiend Emperor Zombie from threatening the world. After watching, be sure to fill out a survey to help Sci-Fi executives decide whether or not to greenlight the series. The pilot will debut on Sci-Fi Channel on July 27th. With little surprise, Pirates of the Caribbean topped the box office for the second week, bringing its total to over $258 million. In 10 days, Pirates beat out the 8-week total of $232 million of X3. As for Superman Returns, the #4 movie for its third week of release with a total of $163 million. Sorry, Spacey. After premiering the first teaser trailer with the opening of Superman Returns, Sony Pictures has recently sent a new backlit lenticular Spider-Man 3 poster to select theaters. The poster features the Spidey logo on both the old costume and new black costume, depending on your angle. But don't get too excited, Spider-Man 3 doesn't open in theaters until May 4th, 2007. And while it's being pegged as the last Spider-Man movie, there are rumblings that it might not be. J.K. Simmons, who played Daily Bugle editor J. Jonah Jameson, said recently in TV Guide that further sequels are possible, and said he'd gladly do a Spider-Man movie every couple of years. Simmons said that there was some chatter on the set of further sequels, and that Sam Raimi seemed open to doing more. But with contracts set to end at 3, it'll be interesting to see who else will be willing to do more. In even more comic book movie news, Sci-Fi announced that it had approved a 22-episode series for Painkiller Jane. The series will premiere in January on Sci-Fi, with syndication to begin in the fall of 2007. Painkiller Jane first appeared on Sci-Fi in a TV movie in December. Casting has not been finalized, so it's not known if the cast from the movie will be returning, and Boom Studios has added another movie option from its roster of comic properties. Universal Pictures has acquired the rights to Tag, a horror comic by Keith Giffen and Cody Chamberlain. Tag tells a story about an ordinary guy who is tagged by a stranger and finds himself the recipient of an ancient curse. He discovers that he must either surrender to the curse or find someone else to tag. No yet on a director or release date. Virgin Comics will premiere its new Director's Cut line with the new series Seven Brothers, a collaboration between Hong Kong director John Woo and Garth Ennis. The comic, set to be released mid-October, will feature covers by Yoshitaka Amano and Greg Horn. In announcing the comic, Wu said, "The depth that Garth brings to his writing and the visuals that the Virgin Comics team and artists like Amano contribute creates an art form with comics that is unique and yet clearly a brother to the film medium." And Ennis added that all they had to say was John Woo, and he was sold instantly. Virgin plans to announce more partnerships in the coming months. In other news, Virgin announced a deal with the Panini Group to license and release Virgin comics throughout Europe. With the deal, Virgin will see its comics spread beyond the English-speaking world. Closer to home, Virgin and Planet-Wide Games announced the upcoming release of the Virgin Comics Comic Book Creator, self-publishing software, and Virgin Comics digital content packs. With it, fans will be able to take actual Virgin comic content and share their own personalized comics online. Longtime viewers will remember that we met the Planet-Wide Games crew at the New York Comic Con. We'll see if we can get our hands on the new version of the software too. If you don't know it already, the San Diego Comic-Con runs Thursday, July 20th to Sunday, July 23rd. So next week, expect more comic news than you can shake a snake at. But in the week leading up to the con, companies are already starting the news coming. Marvel announced that they would be reviewing portfolios of artists, inkers, and colorists for potential future work. All creators interested in having their portfolio reviewed should bring copies of their work to the Marvel booth by 4 p.m. on Friday. Shocker Toys announced that they will debut their new Indie Spotlight toy line at their booth. Expect to see Wave 1 prototypes of Witchblade, Madman, Shadowhawk, and Judge Death. Everyone knows that Marvel and DC have a long-time rivalry, but few times have the two faced off like this. On Thursday, the comic rivals will face off against each other in a charity softball game. Actor, a commitment to our roots. The loser's jersey will be on display during the con at the winner's booth. Team Zoomsuit announced that their costume hero will be on hand at San Diego Comic-Con to meet fans, sign autographs, and pose for pictures. Zoom will be appearing with creators John Tadeo. The suit is reported to weigh over 50 pounds. Get your pictures ready before that kid passes out! In what has to be the oddest and least expected pre-Comic-Con news, Oni Press announced that they are returning to licensed comics with a new series based on the NBC comedy My Name is Earl. My Name is Earl is the story of Earl Hickey, played by Jason Lee, a former petty criminal who wins the lottery and sets out on a karmic quest to right the wrong he's committed in his life. With the help from his friends and family, Earl works his way through the list he's compiled and all of his misdeeds. Well, if it's true what they say about karma, the people at Oni Press better watch out. We've already mentioned the San Diego Comic-Con. Pretty much every other person in the comic industry and a few movie stars will be there, but Variant Edition won't be.
Stupid hotel.
So, if any of you that do go and want to share, send us tips, news, revealing photos, or any gossip you might overhear, send it to news@variantedition.com, and we'll send you a nifty Variant Edition t-shirt. While all of Variant Edition won't be there, I'll be there Thursday and Friday.
Damn you, Holiday Inn!
So, if you see me, stop by and say hello. So that's it for the news this week. I'll see you later on in the episode with some reviews. But next, it's Ricky and Mike Swisstack with the statue review.
Alright, so now for our toy review, we have Bowens this week. Yay. Always a good time. Alright, so we're going to start off with the Scarlet Spider, and we have Super Skrull for Bowens this week. This one's limited to 2,000, and he's $45 to $50 retail. So, can't go wrong with it.
He's great. I'm a bigger fan of the classic Spider-Man suit, even the black suit, the Scarlet Spider suit, but it's really nicely done.
I have no complaints.
The musculature is beautiful. The way the hoodie hangs on him. It's got the nice spider symbol on his back, which is great.
Definitely.
You know, because his arms are covering the one in the front pretty much, so you get the nice one on the back.
The base is
great. I love how the base says noir on it, you know, like the old 30s neon sign.
Yeah, it's great.
He's a really nice piece. He just like all the Bowen busts, he fits in with the Bowen line awesome. You put him next to the 5 Spider-Man busts that are already out, and he just instantly works.
It's Bowen, and you automatically know it.
Yep.
You will always know a Bowen bust compared to anyone else.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. Good piece. Hey, I mean, the Scarlet Spider wasn't the most popular.
Yeah.
But it's a good looking bust.
No,
I have no complaints with it.
He's a real nice bust.
And then I hate this because I love Bowen. I love them. We both love Bowen.
Yeah, I've been a big fan for a long time.
It hurts me to give somewhat of a bad review on a Bowen. And the somewhat of the bad review is not of the sculpt of it, but it's of why would you use 2 different flames?
Yeah, it's the follow through. That's exactly it. The base has the beautiful see-through resin. The body comes up see-through. The hand, which I swear in the earlier pictures I saw was the same as that clear flames, but when you get them, the hand on fire is just painted orange and yellow. Sculpted awesomely, but it just would have been like one of my favorite Bowen pieces if the hand matched the clear red fire.
The little things like that just get to you because it could have been such a perfect piece. I mean, the arm, yes, could have been extended a little more.
That's the other complaint. Kevin mentioned that. Some other people have mentioned that he's not really stretched enough. I can tolerate it. I have a much bigger problem with the clear or the translucent flame and the painted flame. They really don't work.
So very upsetting.
But I mean, he's awesome. He looks really good. His face is amazing.
Perfect.
The thing texture, rock sculpture on him looks great to me.
Yeah.
I love how the body fades up. It's just that hand really just
irks you.
jumps out at you that it's not the same as the flame.
It just irks you. Like, it's such a perfect sculpt, the color, everything, and then they screw up the flames. That little bit, it could have been perfect. You kept the clear flames on the base, and in the hand, you would have been perfect, Bowen.
Yeah.
You know? But, unfortunately...
I still bought one.
Yeah,
I'll admit it. I still had to have it. But
I'm still going to buy one, too, because I love Super Skrull as a character itself. And sculpt-wise, it's great. You know, they never fail with that.
Nope.
But damn it, you know?
Yeah, it could have been just that much more. Just the, one of the top Bowen busts if they would have carried through on that.
Absolutely. It's limited to
$2,500.
$2,500, and it's $50.
Yeah, and so you can't go wrong.
If you could get over the color thing, which I will, and I'll buy it, but if you could get over it, pick it up. If you're a Fantastic Four fan like I am, of course, you're going to want it.
Yeah, you have to have it. It looks so nice next to the other Fantastic Four Bowen pieces. It just works perfect.
And then we go over to Angel and ArchAngel. Well, basically, one's an exclusive that was at the New York Comic-Con, limited to 500, very rare. And then you have Angel, who was limited to 2,500.
Yeah.
And, well, the big difference is the color of the face. That's about it. There's no other difference that I could see.
No.
Base is the same. Wings and everything look the same.
Which that's what gets me on this piece is the wings.
They're great.
The wings are just done so nice. I mean, they're just beautifully sculpted wings.
The way that the feathers are done on the back.
Yep, just awesome.
Yeah, I have no complaints. I actually bought the Angel and the ArchAngel. I couldn't get my little hands on, but maybe I will at some point get my hands on it.
I really like the ArchAngel too. I'm not a huge Angel fan.
Yeah.
And I saw the original and was like, he's nice. If I was an Angel fan, I'd have to have him. This one though, I'm a little bit stuck on.
Yeah.
The blue face, it just makes it to me.
Oh, it's awesome.
It really looks great.
The paint wise, the wings, everything. I have no complaints about this at all. The base is fitting to the character himself.
Yep. The musculature is awesome. The airbrushing on the red part of the suit, on the white part of the suit, the highlights and the darks and it's just awesomely done. Awesomely done.
No complaints whatsoever. That's definitely worth a pickup if you're X-Men fan or you're just what, the wings alone will just get you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
If you're just into busts or statues, just seeing the detail of that, you'll be like, if you didn't know who the character was, you'd probably buy it. Definitely a pickup. Definitely.
That's what got me on it, the wings.
All these, the only one we had to complain about was Super Skrull, and if you could get over it, which I suggest you do, it's a great piece.
It's a minor complaint, a major complaint. I mean, somebody for me who's such a statue fanatic, it bothers me. But for somebody who's just collecting the Bowen busts and likes the figures and wants a nice representation of Super Skrull, he's beautiful.
I mean, either way, there's Bowen fans out there that if it's Bowen, they're buying it.
Yeah,
it's that simple. They might not even know who the character is. It's Bowen, they're buying it, and it's as simple as that. I'm going to get over it, unfortunately. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to pick it up. It's nice. It really is.
He looks nice on the shelf.
Yeah.
You forget about it fast once he's on your shelf.
So, that's our toy review this week. All of them definitely worth a pickup, and one, well, you're just going to have to get over it. So, be on the lookout for these, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Some of these reviews may contain spoilers, so watch at your own risk.
Okay, so now I'm reviewing Ghost Rider. Now, this is the second arc of Ghost Rider, and it was great, man. I was such a fan of the last Ghost Rider arc. This issue had two variants that went with it, both by Silvestri. Awesome variants. I got both of them. But the story, comedic as hell. This I did not expect at all. The book involved the devil basically playing games with Ghost Rider. He would like open gates up and send Ghost Rider out thinking he got loose. And Ghost Rider's like, yeah, finally, gets out and just takes him back. Done. It was great. And then in the midst of all that, there's smaller characters like demons and slugs and all these other things. So one of them manages to escape the clutches of Lucifer and goes to Ghost Rider, and he's like, I could get you out of here, but you kind of got to help me out. And right when he says that, Lucifer sends his minions out, and they steal him and bring him back. And Ghost Rider's like, damn it, I got to go rescue this guy now. I want to get out of here. Goes, rescues him, and looks like they're on their way out. Or are they? You're going to have to read it. So, this book has a ton of potential. Nothing bad to say. It was a great read. Where it's going, who knows, but it looks like it's going to be good the whole way through. Pick it up. The first issue just came out, and if you get your mittens on the variants, they're definitely worth the pickup. Check that book out, guys. It looks like it's going to be great.
So I took a look at Green Lantern 1 year later, number 12. It's big 1 year later, and I think that Green Lantern has gotten rocked by 1 year later more than any other DC character in the DC universe. That's just my opinion, though. And maybe because I just enjoy reading Hal Jordan books. I don't know. Anyway, so you find out that indeed it is the cyborg Superman from way back when Superman died, and, all that good stuff happened there with the bad comics. And regardless, he's now with the Manhunters, and he's kind of been the overlord, and he's taking Green Lanterns that are supposedly dead, where they died in battle or just went missing, and he's been using their rings with the Manhunters, which explains the Green Lantern batteries inside the Manhunter head from way back when in this series, along with, he's got 4 rings himself, and he takes Guy Gardner and rushes him away, and you never really see Guy Gardner from the beginning of the comic. You see Guy Gardner, then you don't see Guy Gardner. It's all about Hal, and Hal decides he needs help. The only help he can find is these people who he sort of almost killed and left for dead when he went crazy way back when. So they come back, they kill a bunch of Manhunters, and lo and behold, they get their memory back and go, hey, this is the guy who took my right hand. This is the guy who left me for dead in space. I'm going to kill him now. So a lot of fighting goes on, and they suddenly realize that Hal Jordan's not fighting back, and, he's probably got something to say. How long have we been in here? Oh, years. Oh, what happened? And then suddenly these big Manhunter elite units start showing up, and lo and behold, Guy Gardner is in the chest cavity of one. He's kind of like the battery core for that Manhunter. Green Lantern is a great series, and ever since the 1 year later, things have just gotten topsy-turvy and just really great. You find out a little bit of what happened during this last 1 year when there's a little bit of a kind of a flashback sequence, almost sort of, in the comic, and it just explains more. Keep reading the series and just stick with it. This series has just been amazing from beginning till now, so I can only imagine it's going to get even better from here on out.
This week, I read issue 29 of The Walking Dead. Now, if you haven't been reading Walking Dead, or you haven't read this issue and you don't want anything spoiled, please do not listen to this. This entire issue is shock and spoilers. So if you don't want to know, don't listen. Alright, so as we know, Rick got his hand cut off. Now he's only a left-handed person when he was right-handed, which kinda sucks. We find out what's happening to Michonne and Glenn, and everybody except for the people who are back at the prison. But you're finding out a lot of stuff that's going on in this new formed town by the governor. Now, through reading this comic, I began to hate the governor. All he does all day is rape Michonne and go home and abuse his zombie daughter and feed her bad flesh, and then sit down in a lazy boy and watch gallons of fish tanks with severed zombie heads in them floating in some kind of, I don't know, liquid to preserve them, and that's his television. He actually has a nice remark, sits down and says, 52 channels and nothing good to watch. Other than that, from the insanity of the governor, it goes even more into it. You find out that there's 2 doctors in the town who are actually nice, decent people who are kind of forced into living here because everybody else is on the side of the governor. They're tending to Rick. You don't know what's going on. All you know at the end of the issue, the governor wants to put Rick into a zombie pit to get some entertainment out of him. Where that's going to go from there, I don't know. They found out about the prison from Glenn after torturing him, so things are going to there. I can't wait for the next issue. That's me. Hope I didn't spoil anything for you.
Alright, so my next review is Uncanny X-Men 476. I'm so excited about this. A whole new team, and all the drama of the Summers and Professor X going on. It's great. If you haven't, this is a whole new team. The way it's being written now, the artwork, everything's changed, and it's a better change. I liked Uncanny before this, and the new team and the new characters that they brought, the new chemistry that's going on is great. But the best part about this, Shi'ar Empire, that is awesome. I've been waiting for a story with them again for a while, actually. It's always a good story because it always involves the Summers. Well, it's Scott Summers' dad. But beyond that, you just had the whole Deadly Genesis thing with another Summers brother. So Scott and Professor X are fighting, and they don't trust each other, but Professor X is trying to gain back trust. It's a whole big quarrel going on, and in the middle of it is this new team. Just thrown into a situation that, well, they shouldn't be in, but they step up to it. This book has started off very good. This is the second issue of the whole new team. This book is definitely worth the pickup. I'm an X-Men fan, so maybe I'm a little one-sided about it. But I have nothing bad to say about it. I like the confrontation between Professor X and Scott. Looks like it's going to be a good book. Definitely check it out. They're finally going into outer space now to head toward the Shi'ar Empire, so definitely a pickup. Next issue should be a big fight. Check it out.
So Ultimate Fantastic Four, number 31. A big to-do. Why? Because it involves those lovely zombies that they brought back from the other parallel dimension with the zombies. That's spread off with Marvel Zombies as a series. If you want to look back on this story, you should pick up the prequel to the Marvel Zombie series and then keep on going with these books that are coming out right now. It still involves the Fantastic Four zombie family that have been living inside the Hulk containment thing that Reed decided to build because, Ultimate Hulk is insane and likes to eat people again, and I think that's amazing. Off topic. The important thing to know is that Reed Richards has to go ask Victor for help over in Latveria. Why does he have to do this? Because he can't solve a problem. Johnny's got a parasite, doesn't know where it came from, thinks it comes from the negative zone, so he's got to go to Doom for help. Turns out Doom, in fact, put it inside Johnny, and it's an old spell. Lo and behold, the only deal that Doom has to solve this problem that he caused is to have Reed Richards and him switch minds permanently. Like, that's it. Like, so now Reed Richards is Victor Von Doom, and Victor Von Doom is now Reed Richards, and that's really confusing. And Reed Richards is all evil-like now, which is even more confusing, and Dr. Doom cries. Odd. Other than that, the only thing you need to know is that the zombies escape the Hulk containment thing, because of the clever use of a pen. I'm going to leave it at that, and you guys will have to read if you want to see how they use that.
So now I'm reviewing The Invincible Iron Man. This is a book I've been reading from the start, and I've said this before, and I review it all the time, because what the hell I want to. And if you don't like it, skip it. Forum guys, yeah, I know. Anyway, this book is great. All the drama that's going on with Tony being accused of killing these high political powers all over the place, but finding out that, it's not him that's doing it, but it is. Somebody's screwing with his noodle. That's right, I said noodle. This book, now they have Sentry after Iron Man. Sentry. These are two characters I would never want to see fight, but I sort of do. They're both amazing characters, but now you have Sentry who snapped Carnage in half, a la New Avengers, is going after Iron Man, who is just a man in armor. But they have their little quarrel, and the government says, "Hey, Sentry, bring him to us," and he does. Now, what's going to happen to Mr. Stark? There's a lot of drama going on right now. The way it ended was great. Not going to give full detail, because that would just be wrong of me. So definitely pick up the book, pick up the back issues, pick up everything. You need it. It's a great read. Buy it. And if you don't like my reviews that I choose, I'm sorry. Just skip me. You'll see it. You can just scroll across. It'll be great. But definitely, this book's worth it. Pick it up.
And now for a great X-Men book. This was New X-Men, and it is just continuing on. This story is amazing, and it's just been going well ever since House of M when I started reading this story. Unfortunately, I didn't read it beforehand, but I can tell you, as of now, it is great. The character development is just on par. The story is going really nicely, and they're bringing in Civil War with, the 198 and the House M incident, and like it's just all going crazy. Stryker's dead, in case you guys missed that one. Stryker is in fact dead. Iron Man and Carol Danvers, or Miss Marvel, happen to be on the scene of the crime where Nimrod, which was the big thing I was talking about a couple weeks back, is the Sentinel from the future. He's gone. He's left a small trail of energy for them to follow. It goes southwest for a mile and it just stops. I don't know why they haven't checked on that yet, because they mentioned that at the beginning of the comic and they never mention it again for the rest of the comic. It's like, oh, he's a mile that way, but we got better stuff to do over here instead. So anyway, Miss Marvel decides that she's the one who's got to go and inform, the X-Men of this Icarus, who is now dead. And she goes to a not-so-welcome response from Emma Frost. Cyclops is all about it and wants to hear what she has to say. And Emma Frost kind of says, where were you when we buried our own? Where were the Avengers to help pull the bodies of those 30 kids that died out of the school bus? Where were you? What were you doing? Were you that busy that you couldn't stop by and help or even call and check out? I got to call this mom now and let her know that her one daughter who went home because she had no powers is now getting her son back in a coffin. This is a great story, good read, and just keeps on going with the House M, 198, and Civil War. I'd say pick up this series and start reading, because obviously this new X-Men team is going to be something of an importance.